how does that work?
Yeah,
I can't even imagine that interaction without a credit card or...
Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez turned into a Twitch sensation overnight. Now, if you don't know what Twitch is, my audience is sort of between ages 0 to 100. Twitch is a online streaming platform, kind of like YouTube, except it's mainly focused on gaming, but there are also people having discussions about politics or whatever on there as well. But last night, AOC and a bunch of well-known streamers on Twitch had a game of Among Us. Now, I don't want to get too deep into explaining what Among Us is, but it's a kind of game where you can talk with other people while you're playing it. So this was a way to, the aim of it was to get out the vote, discuss the importance of voting, make sure you're registered, you're ready to vote, or you voted already. But they also discussed healthcare and other issues as well during the stream. I'll show you a clip in a minute, just to show you how this all started. AOC tweeting out, "Join me, Pokimane, Hassan, and more on Twitch tonight as we help folks make a voting plan at iwillvote.com and officially declare Orange Sus on Among Us." Now, this blew up immediately. At the beginning of the stream, before AOC was even on camera herself, there were already over 120,000 people watching. And I believe at the peak during the stream, it hit at around 400,000 people watching concurrently. Just truly incredible numbers. Now, I want to show you a clip just to give you a little idea of how this went, but this is a short clip of a discussion about healthcare.
So you go to the doctor, and then what happens? Do you just walk up and you say, "I need help," and then they say, how does that work?
Yeah,
I can't even imagine that interaction without a credit card or some sort of cash payment.
I'm the other way around.
You go to the doctor and you say, "I have this problem," and then they prescribe you the medicine, and then you just go pick it up, and that's it. And then you go home and you Google how much it would have cost in America.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, for me too.
And that's how you get radicalized.
So there you go. One moment from last night. Of course, H-Bomber guy who was talking to AOC there, he's from the UK, discussing his experience with healthcare. There's also a Canadian or two in the chat as well discussing their perspective. A great way to educate people from the US on healthcare, though I have to imagine a lot of AOC's audience already is aware that the US is one of the only major countries, or the only major country, without some kind of universal healthcare plan. But still, there are moments like this during the stream discussing voting, discussing healthcare politics. It was fantastic. And if you want to watch the entire stream or parts of it, you can check out AOC's official page on Twitch. I'll link to it below the video in the description box on YouTube. This stream from last night already has 4.9 million views. 3.5 hours long. Incredible. Amanda Littman tweeted this out last night. I imagine this is the best estimate we have right now in terms of the numbers. She said if you add up viewers across various streams, more than 500,000 people are watching AOC on Twitch. Of course, that's watching it live. She's hosting the biggest Get Out the Vote rally of 2020. Just brilliant. It really is brilliant. And this is, in terms of the politics of it, this is a fantastic way to interact with the average person, the average voter, and have an impact. Because a lot of young people, the reality is they have not been involved in politics. They have not been voting. And this may be, I'm getting ahead of myself here, but I think we are going to see a serious increase, not just because of this, but we're going to see a serious increase in the amount of young people that vote this election. Because Congresswomen like AOC, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, they've been a lot better at reaching a younger base. And Trump, in combination with Trump being a complete disaster, I think it's going to bring out a lot more people from younger generations than we've seen in the past. So I am looking forward to that. Hassan here, who essentially hosted this entire night, set it all up. He tweeted out saying, "What an incredible night. More than 500,000 people tuned in to watch record-breaking Get Out the Vote effort we put together in less than 24 hours, which started with a single tweet by AOC. I hope you boomers are paying attention." Indeed. And Ilhan, who was also on the stream, tweeted out saying it was such a blast. Super grateful to AOC, Hassan, and all the amazing gamers for a fun night. Poggers, am I using that right? Shout out to Isaiah KB for my setup. Follow us on Twitch. I will be back. Ilhan, of course, also on Twitch. Check out, search for her channel there as well. One last tweet here, just to show you the kind of reach. So Myth here, who, look, I'm not super into competitive gaming. I love playing games, but I'm not into that scene. So I think I had heard of Myth, but I didn't really know who this guy was. 2.3 million followers on just on Twitter. So this is the kind of reach we're talking about. And again, most of his audience, as a pro gamer, I imagine, are not super political. So having people like this in the stream and reaching his audience, brilliant. He tweets out here, it was nice playing with AOC tonight. Thank you all for coming out and watching. Remember to vote this election as well. This election is my first time voting, and it's super easy to do, so do it. Look at that. This gives me hope. This gives me serious hope, because we really need younger generations to be more involved, to be voting, for there to be a quicker transition to the future that we want. Because if we keep seeing people, look, I know a lot of my audience over 45 you're well educated, you know what's going on, but people your age largely don't, or are misinformed, or watch the wrong sources. They watch, cable news, and that's where they get all their information from. So we've seen where that has brought us. But when you look at how people in younger generations, how they poll based on the issues, based on what they support, the kind of world they want to, have going into the future, they are a lot more progressive. They are a lot more caring and understanding of people from different perspectives. They want to, end homelessness. They want to ensure that everyone has a place to live. Everyone has food on the table. Everyone has the ability to just to live a life. So the more that young people vote and get involved, and not just vote, but get involved, volunteer, run themselves, the quicker we will get to a world that is better for all of us.